enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say. But watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey guys, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis, and we are live. Hopefully you can hear me and see me and everything. So, hello, yay! Wow, we got some new people in the chat. I'm so excited to see you guys. Let's see, Miss Half Damage is here. You'll never know. Ari Van Dujan, I think I say that right. And Lamuna's Mike Disney, Art of Mike Disney, and Amberden. Joy Yokomachi, Yoko, Yo Yoko, Kyoyo Machi, Kyoyo Machi. I got it. Sorry, I messed that up. And Super Sarah. Oh, by the way, I didn't talk to you about this, Sarah, but I'm gonna do something here in a second. Let's see if I can figure this out. Nope. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do this. Yay! Oh my goodness. Art of Mike Disney just subbed with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. 2 months in a row. You rock, Mike. Also, Ida McDisney is also a streamer who I enjoyed watching. Let's see here. Let's see if this works. Super Sarah. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. Super Sarah 1313. That's it. Okay. I think that worked. Did it work? It didn't work. I cannot do anything today. I'm trying to mod Super Sarah if you hadn't figured that out. 1313. There. You've added Super Sarah as a moderator to the channel. Welcome, Super Sarah, to the moderator team. Yay! Mad love. Hopefully, you don't mind being a moderator. So, let's see what we got today. We've been painting. Let me go do a little overhead. We've been painting Jessica Thunderhawk from Scale75. Here's the box art. You guys have seen this. Some of you may have not seen it yet, but this is as far as we've gotten. And we've started painting. Second chat, I'm the boss now. Ah, that's awesome. Hey, Rainer. Yay. Thank you for the cheer. Look at the little hawk is dancing on the cheer moat. There we go. So this is the hawk that Jessica Thunderhawk is holding. We've been painting her separately, and so just now we've finally been adding her hawk. I have no way of holding this while I'm painting it except to just hold it with my fingers, because there really isn't a good place to attach a pin, or I don't even have my old jewelry clamps. That would have worked. I just don't know where anything is. Don't be jelly in my methods. Yes. So Sarah is going to help us with the modding. All right, so let's get painting because I'm excited to paint. Also, we are having a secret stream. Not secret stream. It's a sneaky stream because it's not on my normal schedule. We're going to be doing that this Saturday from 11 Central to 1 p.m. GMT -5. So it's only about 2 hours, 2.5 hours earlier than we usually go. I think, or maybe more. No, it's way more. Like 4 or something like that. I can't math. It's too early for math. But so 11 to 1, and then you want to stay tuned till the end of the stream because we're going to have a really cool like post-raid thing going on, and then also a big announcement as well. So you guys will want to stay tuned for that. This is part of the other reason for having the stream. I'm going off the rails. Oh no. Section dry and funny. I lost my train of thought. You guys are great. Part of the other reason for having another stream of Saturday was we missed on Monday or Wednesday. I always try to have around 3 streams a week, and Saturday is perfect because a lot of people who can't watch me during the week are going to be home because it's a weekend. So that'll be awesome. Or you're going to miss it? Saturday is KDM day. We just gave birth to a savior. My character died, but I've moved past that. Yes. I named one of the characters Princess Beyonce after, I can't remember the name of the TV show, but there was a TV show that named the baby Princess Beyonce, and so, but she died a long time ago. They all died. All the Kingdom of Death. That's why it is. All right, let's paint. Let's paint our hawk. Okay. So we started painting some feathers. I've got a wonderful, beautiful, look at that, red-tailed hawk. What did you call it? Cannot think today. What is going on? Reference. I have a reference. This is my reference. So just in case you didn't know, this is a reference. So Isn't the KDM like Game of Thrones? Yes, it is like Game of Thrones. Only, I think it's way more fun than Game of Thrones. Way more fun. Isn't Kingdom Death like 10 squares lined up? That no, Warboy. It's that's like one aspect of it, but there's a whole bunch more to it. It's more like what's the name of that one video game? I'm blanking. The one where everybody dies a lot. I don't know. God. Okay, I should have eaten more today or gotten more sleep because clearly my brain is being affected. Don't forget, this is a reference. So, Dark Souls, you guys are awesome. Dark Souls, and yes, so Kingdom Death is like Dark Souls with civilization. Yeah, that's what I would describe it as. Kind of like that. Only, like I said, way more fun than both of those actually. Shoshie's Minis. Her name was Roxy. Roxy. She could only move 2 spaces, but she was a bad butt lady. Oh, cool. She gained back a 3rd movement, and then she was killed by some ridiculous settlement thing while her buddy Moxie's still alive. Awesome. All right, so let me show you my reference. We're going to have lots of references to the reference today, if you hadn't guessed. I'm just going to keep it right here. It'll be nice. You'll be able to see it. I'll be able to paint next to it. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. So notice that there's some shadows on the back tails. I think we could do that, only her hand is also going to create some shadows. So I need to get out some colors. I'm going to get out orange leather and some armor brown so that I can have like a shade and a base of that. And I think for my highlight, I want to use this one, light skin. So that's my triad pretty much. You can see all those colors in here, and then it starts to get a little bit more toward the yellow end on his feet. But that's mostly the colors of him. KDM is an addictive obsession. They need the gaming equivalent of AA meetings. I don't know about that, but definitely I don't get to play it enough to be able to go to AA over it, you know? I want to play it a lot more. You really need to have a regular group. At least I do. All right, so I'm putting all 3 colors on my palette, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. Lovely work so far. Thank you, Zab. Yes, with skill trees and weapon customizations, exactly. And it's funny because there's people who get so into it that they will try to power game the trees and everything, the skill trees. All right, I put way too much armor brown, but that's okay. I'm gonna stretch this out, stretch it all the way out, get enough paint in there. Okay, and then stretch this one out toward this one. Okay. Now I will clean my brush, and then I'll stretch this one slowly. And we'll create a middle, and then we'll create a middle between the middle, right? We've got some different tones going, and then there's another middle between the middle here. And then we'll clean my brush again. And this time, create a middle here. And middle between this middle. So that brown is already bleeding into stuff. So that's basically my value scale. I don't know what to call it. I'm creating values is what I'm doing with my different tones. KDM sounds awesome. You guys stop. I know, Warboy, it's so expensive too. So if that helps, if that helps you not be interested in it, it's pretty expensive. All right, I'm going to create a shadow for her arm. right here. Whoops, I need to pull this down. Okay, so we've got the shadow for her arm laid in. I'll go ahead and paint in some leg shadows. I'm gonna get my brush wet, and then with the watery brush, this is basically a watery brush, I thin this out so that I don't have my lines, right? I want to get rid of those lines. All right, I'm moving the highlight color. You can't spend money right now. I'm going to Gen Con next week. I cannot spend money. I'm going to be using a lot of money at Gen Con. So now we're painting toes, little talons, toe talons. Like that. Those need to be lighter than the rest of his legs. And then we can highlight up here a little bit. Those are getting lighter as they go up. Okay. That looks like, and then we could do some extra highlights on the sides here. Sometimes you have to take a little creative license with your reference, right? And then look at this, watch this. Take this light color. I did that. I can't even see that little bitty line I made. Oh, it just faded. Let me make it brighter. Okay, see? And now you can see it. Get invited to a game of somebody who has it, yes. And if you go on to Facebook, there is a Facebook group, fan group. And we have people from all over the world, and so you can possibly even kind of let people know that you're looking for a local group. You might be able to even find one in your local town. Okay, so now on this hawk's feathers, you can see there's little lines. I'm gonna do that. They're not even, they're not straight. They're a little bit of jaggedy. That's a technical term. So I'm just gonna make the mark. I like that. That looks. Okay. Butt feathers. Creative license. My husband read about KDM, liked what he read, and then he played on a tape. Ooh, we don't talk about that. Don't talk about the TTS on the what's it called, on the Facebook group, or you will get banned. It's like you have a thing. As a dark color, I'm going to use a little bit of Nightshade Purple. It's going to be my substitute for black. It's a very, very dark purple. And I'll even go ahead. Whoops, is it going to come out? It might be out. I need to buy some more while I'm at Gen Con. Sometimes the Reapers, they need a little help opening the bottle. There we go. It is almost out though. I use this stuff like it is water. It says sold out on the store. So yeah, it's probably going to be back for sale right around Gen Con though. So keep an eye out on the website. By the way, I want to show you guys real quick. 50-50 in the middle here is like a purpley brown color with the Nightshade Purple and the armor brown. That's a nice color. And I'm using a Broken Toad, and if I can find more of these at Gen Con, I'm definitely going to get some because they are awesome. Make some dark shadows back here with the tail. Okay, so there's some lines. And now we have feathers started on his neck. I do love the Nightshade Purple Amberden. It is an awesome color. So notice that the whole last row is very dark. I'm going to use the Nightshade Purple Brown combo, and I'm going to paint that whole last row with the dark color here. And it goes all the way to the end. Make sure to get both sides. Hey Trillian, yes, better late than never. I'm glad to see you here. It's a muddy soil when you pick up Nightshade Purple. Okay, that sounds good. Is that a Reaper color also? Another good Reaper color is the oh phooey, what's the name of it? It's a gray color that's really dark. No, that's not it. No, I don't have it in front of me. It looks like that's okay. There are lots of good Reaper colors. Speaking of which, I'm going to be volunteer. If you're at Gen Con, I'm going to be volunteering at the Reaper mini hobby events area, and I'll be doing some demos of painting. I should definitely take my paints. I'm going to be doing demos of painting at the booth there. That'll be nice. Okay, I see I did all of the bottom rows. Do all of this side. Bottom. Well, they may not have had an inventory that they had online. They may be saving it for Gen Con, but yeah, exactly. That usually happens, but then stuff does go on sale during Gen Con. They'll have a big Gen Con sale that people usually get in on. And there will be exclusives at Gen Con, which also will go on sale. They don't always go on sale right away, but because I think that they keep back a lot of stuff for convention, but that usually causes a lot of people to get people to ninja stuff for them. Alrighty. I love this color, it's so rich. It looks like a dark brown though, but it's got just enough purple in it. It feels really like a rich brown, like a chocolatey brown. Hey, Word Brush. Saw the picture of that earlier. It's looking fantastic. Thank you. Miss Half Damage says, yes, Reaper Muddy Soil is great all-purpose black replacement. Nice. I'm always down for that. All right, let's go ahead. I'm not going to turn him over just yet. Well, maybe I should. I feel like I need to look at a reference of the top of him before I go ahead and paint. We can paint the bottoms of these feathers at least, because I know at least the bottoms of the feathers are going to be that dark color. Yep, they always do the KDM exclusives. Alright, I'm just leaving that there for now because I don't know yet what I'm doing with the rest. And then I'm going to also take that dark color and go under here. He's got some little metal metal areas that would be shadowed anyway, but it's also dark on the reference. And on this side. This is all just base coating right now, nothing detailed. Super Dungeon Explorer is pretty fun, but I'm looking for something RPG-like that is a little less silly. Gloomhaven looks neat. A little less silly. That's a good... I think Gloomhaven would be a real good substitute. I don't know if it's going to be at Gen Con. What else is good? I'm going to go down here. Just put a little separation between that light and that dark. Okay, and then as we did it on the first side, I'm going to do it on this side as well. Anywhere that metal is touching, I'm going to go ahead and make it dark. Just like that. All right. Sometimes you can, Warboy, when the Kickstarter comes out, you might be able to find some really good priced expansions, or not expansions, but you might be able to find the main box for a lot less. All right, now this is the entire base. I'm going to make this one all brown. Like this. This is the armor brown, and it's going over the white, so that's going to give it a little transparency, right? There's already some shading going on with the pre-highlighting that I've already done. Pre-shading, rather. I see that. Now we're gonna end up lightening this, some of it. I gotta get that dark in there first. Whew. Mansions of Madness is always fun too. Oh, that's cool. I haven't played that. I like cooperative games, but I can't really think of any that are specifically role-playing. One of my buddies is got a game out that's going to be debuted at Gen Con. They're doing a Kickstarter. Cannot remember the name of it. I think it's like, it's named after some sort of Viking paradigm. I cannot remember. We painted a mini for it earlier this year. Finally, we had to use a new tube of Bondic. Oh yeah, they last a long time, don't they? That's awesome. I've been going through Bondic quickly lately, but I use it for a lot of stuff. I just followed the guy from Bondic on Twitter today. Was it yesterday, the day before? I didn't even know he was on Twitter, but my husband retweeted it. I followed him. I'm really gonna hassle him sometime in the future. Look at how nice that looks already. He looks very hockey. Hockey? Is that a thing? Okay, so let that dry. I like how it looks almost finished already. And then let me find a reference for the back, because I don't have the other side of the hawk flying. Let's see, we will Google, actually, you know what, I do have this. but it's not, we could just use that. Not bad. No, I'm gonna find a reference. Give me a second. Reference. Okay. Da-da-da. Red-tailed hawk, I need to find the back. Oh my goodness. I've seen lots of pictures of him from underneath. Here's a good one. All right. All right, I think I found a good back of the hawk reference. It's not very big. Let me see if I can find a bigger photo. There, ooh, that's good. Okay, I found a little reference for his back here. We're gonna get in here with the red again. Let me go back to chat. Hey, Mr. Snowyak the Island Painter. I like that name. How are you? Thank you for the bird. We are painting. Was that a wash that went on? No, it was just Armor Brown, which is fairly thin. It's already thin because it's an airbrush paint. All right, so this is not a wash either. This is just the orange leather. And I'm just painting the entire tail feathers right here, at least up to that. There's a line right there. We're gonna paint up to that. And it's fairly transparent, so that's okay, because, oh, do you see this? This is a weird, can you see this? There's a weird mold line in here. We may try to camouflage that. There's not a lot I can do. I could fill it, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't bother me too much. Already got some wonkiness with this model anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, that's that color. Let me look. I need an ink for this. Hey, Meg. You're at work. You can see, you can't hear. Okay. Somebody typed to Meg that I said hello. That would work. All right, I'm gonna look at the reference again. Blah, blah. We're very close to getting new emotes, new music. All right, so some of these need to be a little darker. Bit of paint here. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna show you guys a trick. I have some awesome paint here. Hold on, where is it? Oh, I hope I didn't. Oh, nope. This is it. Okay, so this, you guys remember the old Hex Pots Flesh Wash? Well, this stuff is awesome. I've been hoarding it, so I don't use this very often, but I'm going to use this on this hawk to get a little bit of deeper intensity saturation on my tail. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Put some in my palette. And this is ink. It's extremely saturated. So this is the old Hexpot GW Flesh Wash. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful ink. I think I missed some chat. Hold on. Gloss varnish can fill in small gaps. That is true. That one, I probably should just put some Bondic on it. That might work. Meg, yes, thank you for doing that, Mr. Snow. So I could do it. at some point. All right, so now I'm gonna get my brush wet already. Put a little bit into this. This is very pigmented. I wanna show you this. Look how pigmented. See, that's beautiful. That's gonna be the color. We're gonna paint this into some of the crevices here. Will give us some depth. Okay. Now, let me look at my reference one more time. Oh, you sent me a link? Awesome, Amberden. Thank you. Let me try that. Ding. Yes, thank you, Amberden. Can one of my mods, hold on, I'm gonna gift Amberden 5 points. If you've never been in my chat before, I give out chat points that end up getting used in my giveaways first I gotta put in, for being helpful. Just anytime I get some good advice or some kind of helpful advice that I end up using, I like to reward my chat. I really like to have you guys, because I'm not the expert. Everybody here is their own expert at something. All right, so gift. There we go. There's some stars for you for helping. Best ink washes ever. I know, Zab. So good, aren't they? Citadel, exactly. That's exactly what they are. Now on the back here, I'm going to take some of this wash. I'm going to use this wonderful ink that Amberden found me. And I'm going to go over the whole tail, especially toward the end. I want that to be a little stronger on the end. And then I can take my brush and get some water on it and thin this out up toward the top. I don't want any harsh lines. So I'm gonna treat it like a watercolor and brush it all the way up here. Leave the intense part down toward the bottom. How pretty that is. Oh my goodness. So rich. It'll dry a little glossy, but we'll go over it some. Of course, keep that intense part down toward the edges here of the tail feathers. That Pam. Isn't that pretty? Get back to chat. You guys are so active today. So awesome. Benji, the effing furry, says, I see. I know a lot of people enjoy AP washes. I don't really want to use them. It got some chemical warning on them and AP won't answer my mail. Oh, okay. AP is Army Painter. Yeah, that's interesting. I've not heard of it much. Very many problems with Army Painter washes. I've heard more stuff with this, the Leo stuff. Like I've heard things about that. Okay, so now here I'm gonna thin this out. I don't want too much of this ink on my brush. Just gonna drag this over here. Whenever I need a little bit more ink on the top, I'll put it here. Get my brush wet. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Okay. You find lots of old, I know, Zab, I have an alert for the Citadel inks, especially the Flesh Wash. So whenever they come online, I check it out. If it's not crazy expensive, I'll go ahead and bid. But you're right though, most of the time they are a little bit insane. Okay, so again with the wash, rather than spend forever and a day blending with paints, I like to use thinned out inks and washes instead. Look at this beautifulness. How pretty is that? Look at how quick that was too. Boom, boom, boom. Didn't have to blend. too much. I'm gonna put some on the sides of there. Right. Good. And let me look at my reference for the front of the hawk again. Shoshie's Minis, watching you paint while you're at work is like watching a magic trick. I'm either gonna have to be on another screen looking down or look up and you made 50% progress. Well, I do paint fast because I'm so, so impatient. All right, so this one, this is tricky. I think what I'm gonna do, so there's two ways of doing the back of the feathers. Do you see how there's all these, there's light and dark. On the feathers, there's mostly dark. You know what I just realized? That all this whole feather should be mostly, I'm gonna go with this dark color first. And then I will end up painting over it, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. We'll just highlight the details later. Get all this in here. Make it darker on these tail feathers, right? Or these, I don't know what pin feathers, that's what they're called, right? Pin feathers are on the ends. Light feathers. Light feathers. Not an ornithologist at all. Okay, now more with the armor brown, lighter. Is superbly quick. But you know what? It's also like I have a little bit of undiagnosed adult ADHD, and part of what makes me paint fast is I get bored quickly when I paint, and so I want to paint the next thing. Let's get to the next thing. So I paint fast because I want to see what happens next, right? And that actually makes for a really good Twitch stream. Because I know that, you know, watching somebody paint can literally be like watching paint dry, right? I'm hoping that with my painting, I keep your interest because like Sarah said, you'll be watching me and if you look up and you look away and I'm done with something and you're like, I missed it. Yeah, pay attention. Am I right? Coming together very well. Thank you, Falcon Punch Drunk. Have I tried the Scale75 oil-based washes? No, I have not, but I'm hoping to get some when I go to Gen Con. Oil-based washes. That sounds really good. You have full-blown ADHD? Yeah, so I don't know if I have full-blown ADHD because my daughter has it for sure. She's diagnosed. But I'm not as bad as her. Or maybe I've just been coping for so long that, you know, that's the way it is. I don't have nearly the issues that she does with memory and with, you know, staying organized either. It is funny though, Sarah, that I do get along with other women that have ADHD really, really well because we don't shut up. We just keep talking and we love hearing each other talk. Am I right? All right, this is again the pin feathers bound down here, making those more dark. There's some lines I gotta go back and fix. These all need to be done too. I've been watching this K-drama. You guys know Korean TV shows? been really good. It's called Panda and Hedgehog. It's on Netflix. And I'm finally getting to the end of the series, and it's really dramatic and emotional and awesome. I highly recommend, though, if you want some escapist TV and you don't know what to watch, just get into K-dramas. All right, checking chat again. Almost like I paint using a strobe light. Every flash reveals massive progress. That's funny. I like that. Strobe painting. I should do a time lapse at some point, you know? I just, I have never set my camera up to do it. Did we just become best friends? Yep. Yep. I love that movie. So much space for activities. Okay. Getting all those. Boom, boom, boom. And look at how pretty this looks. It's drying and it looks so nice. We don't even really get it. We don't really have to do that much, but I mean, I can get super detailed if I want to. All right, now with the dark color, back in here, and just kind of edging. Is that the right word? Dark lining. That's the word I was looking for. Dark lining my feathers just a little bit. A little notch in that one. And kind of hide that one mess up with paint just a little bit. Whoa, that's a link. What the heck? Yes, thank you for that. It's Amberden's link. Grelix, sub tier 3. Oh my gosh, 6 months in a row. Woo woo. No problem, Grelix. Let's give Grelix some hype, guys. Hype for Grelix for subbing. Tier 3. My goodness, that's so awesome. Let me put subscribers. And tier 3. That's awesome. Yes, mad love. Mad love. Those are my new fingernails if you haven't seen them yet. Called an ombre. Yes. Okay, so hi Shoshie. How are you, Grelix? Are you got any good plans for the weekend? All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go in here. Some of these lines are so too dark. I wanna just tame them a little bit so they're not so dominating. Okay, and then we can also, I'm just using the flat color to also chill out the glossiness of the feathers as well. Oh my God, I watched a video and went back to the KDM website and it's back in stock? Weird, that's awesome. I would grab it if I were you. $400, it is worth it. You can get unlimited play with it because every time you play it's different. And you start adding in the expansions. I mean, we still haven't even finished the main boss yet, and we've had it for a couple of years now, but we don't play every week. You don't feel special now? You didn't get an exclamation point? Aw, and Lamunis. I will put you on here. I want to point to this too. There we go. You're fine, you're getting it? Yay! Good idea. Yes, and so and the other thing is that you don't want to paint the minis all at once. You want to paint them as you play, right? So that way you get, you know, you'll have some time. All right, real quick, I'm going to put a highlight right here. Highly recommend KDM for sure. Lots of fun, even if you enjoy just painting the minis. Yep, I agree. Okay, speaking of highlights, I was doing little highlights. Let's do the small ones on the edges. Flickster just subscribed. I'm a teenager now, Mom. I can do what I want. Thank you so much, Flickster. 13 months in a row. Yes. Teenager, yes, you're 13. That's crazy. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And like I've said before, we put those subscriptions back into the stream. So anytime you guys are going to see these new emotes and this new music, that's stuff that you guys helped to buy. Beautiful little lines. There really isn't that much more on my hawks. I'm give him a little bit more lightness on the front of his legs. I'm just kind of tapping it on here because I want to mimic the feathers. All right, let's do he's got speckles. So there's a couple things going on here. We're gonna thin out the paint. And he's got, the speckles kind of do a little pattern in a way. Across the breast in a horizontal kind of thing. And then they kind of dot. Right? Sarah painted 4 survivors and then moved down to the bad guys lists. That way, no matter what armor we had, we would at least have a painted character for the board and a painted bad guy. And now you're starting to build some armor guys. Yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing too. Well, you saw we just finished painting the Flower Knight. We haven't gotten that. We haven't broken out that expansion yet at all. Okay, so that's drying lighter, so that's good because I'm going to put darker spots in it in a minute here. Do it with the black part. Now these I'm going to make more vertical, not quite. Sorta. Okay, that works enough. I'm going to see about doing a little bit of highlighting in here. Break it up. The whole point that, you know, animals have these patterns is to break up the light so they don't, you know, show up easily and they can camouflage and cover easily. May I ask, how do you perform 2-color blending? Is it Kai's God? Tell me what you mean by 2-color blending. Do you mean 2-brush blending, or do you mean blending 2 colors together? Because there are lots of ways, and I can demonstrate a little bit. Let me finish the back of this bird. Look at this reference again. Hold on. Happy wife, happy life. Yes, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna look at my reference for the back of the hawk. And he's got little, this is gonna be, almost like little patches, little lines. Hard to see. It actually needs to be lighter, but that's okay. There we go. Bitsy lips of lines. Oh, I like it. It looks almost like a drawing already. Okay, so this is something else that I'm noticing on my reference is some of the feathers have a little highlight line down the spine of the feather. Might be too detailed. Is that a thing? Can you be too detailed? I feel like that needs to be even lighter. I think it needs to be more almost a white. I'm not going to use white yet. I'm going to use Mojave white, which is like an off-white. I like to save whites for the really, really standout piece, you know. I'm going to mix a little bit of this with my light skin so I still have that color going on in there. All right, check and chat. I'm sorry. The chat. Blending two colors together. Yes, I will demonstrate two colors together. Here, give me 1 second. Let me finish what I'm doing so I can get the paint off my brush and start this. But I will demo for you. Okay, that's good. Nice. Let's see, what could I use to show you? Here, I'll use this. So there's a couple things. This is like a little wood thing. I don't know how well this is gonna work. But when you're blending, let's say I have this color. This is my light skin. It's very, that's my light skin. I want to blend that. And then I also want to have my armor brown, right? I've got those two, and I want to blend those together. So there's a couple ways of doing it. I could start reaching them out toward each other, right? And then when you get into the middle, you wet blend them together. Yeah, that's how that is. See that? And then I'd have to clean my brush if I did that and then go over to this side. Does that make sense? So this is a wet blending method, right? That's how I would blend two colors together that way. Another way is to use a transition color, something in the middle. My transition color is right here. It's my my red. It's somewhere in between those two. That's another way. Hope that helps. That's the best way that I would describe two color blending. Well, that's technically 3 color, but hey, Artie Wolf, how's it going? Okay. Hang on. Oh, let's see. I think I need to take a water break. Let me drink some water and then we will do a stretch break too, because it is 3:30. Do I use oil blending on large surfaces? I don't use oil paints very much, very rarely, but I have done that, yes. And Warboy says, I figured out the problem with the stock. Somehow Google sent me the old version of that game that wasn't on sale anymore. 1.5 is in stock. Oh, yes. 1.5 is what you want anyway, because that's the newest one. Thank you, Amberden, for the cat stretch. Everybody, get out of your seats. We're going to do cat stretch. Hold on. We call it cat stretch. It's just mostly, you know, so you're not sitting on your butt all day. If you're working, you can get up. Just do a little stretch at your desk. Hang on one second. I'm going to get up. Oh, see my back. I always stretch this way. It's probably not the best thing to do. Stretch my arms out. Oh, that feels good. Let me just get things moving. Stretch your hips. Go back and forth with your hips. Makes a big difference in being able to have longevity while you're painting. Yes, and hydrate. Always drink water. Did I ask about Scale75 UK again? I did talk to Scale75, not UK, but Scale75 in Spain recently. And I'm going to talk to Scale75 US about helping me bridge that gap and seeing if we can't get a coupon code for us. So we will see. I will try. No guarantees. They did thank me for all of the promotion that I do for their line. So that is a good start. All right, so I need glasses off for this. Some of the line on this is a little too big. That's much better. Okay. And I am going to just take a little bit of blending right here. Just to fuzz these edges. I feel like they're too crisp. You know what? It would probably help me so that you guys could see what I'm doing, right? This is what I'm doing. Just putting a little bit of that mid-tone color in between that cream and that. All right. So that side looks good. Pretty much. Okay, let me look at my references. Amber says, it's also recommended that you take a break from looking at close-up stuff like painting minis to looking at computer streams. You could go look at stuff in the distance with your eyes and give your eyes a break as well. Yeah, that's true. Look at stuff from a distance. That is true. We don't do that nearly enough. Sarah likes using the alerts now. We're gonna have a glasses emote very shortly. It'll be fun. All right, so I want to look at my off from in front. Hold on one second. Let's see him again. I'm gonna use a mix. This one I want to make. And desaturate this a little bit with the cream. I need to make it sort of a grayish color, grayish brownish. There we go. So this one, I'm going to take glasses off and I'm going to just I'm going to make little highlights here, overbrushing that. And it looks like there's stripes actually. I might need a lighter color on this. So this is what we're doing here, right here. It works, right? Yeah, that looks good actually. I need it to be a little bit lighter toward this side. See? This side doesn't really have all that. And then I need again the grayer version up here. I'm just going to highlight this, like overbrush it. I'm kind of almost like a dry brush, but I'm just kind of bringing my brush over that. And I'm noticing there's a color on the edges of these tips as well. Oops, I gotta turn this. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I did that on the edges of the wings. Can you even see that? There it is. Now you can see it. Okay, hang on a second. I keep getting behind on. Yeah, the mold lanes aren't too bad. You need a stretch sign at Nova. That's a good idea. KDM is plastic in the game. The resin ones are only for the like collecting, I would say. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna give it a little bit more orange in some spots to tie this in together. Like it. Podium Projects. Oh my gosh, hi. Guys, take a look at this guy. I just recently followed him and found him. What did I find him through? I don't know. He's a leather worker. He makes really beautiful art bags. So welcome everybody from Podium Projects. This is Shoshie's Minis. I paint miniatures. This one is for display, but a lot of them that I paint are for gaming. So this is Jessica Thunderhawk. We're painting her. How are you doing, Podian? Oh, thank you for the host. So this is the box art for Jessica Thunderhawk. I'll show it to you. We went a little bit different. In the box art, she's got a white top. I gave her a little blue one. We gave her red hair instead of black. And now we're doing the hawk. And instead of doing a very basic hawk, I'm actually making pretty detailed marks on it. So yeah, that's what we're working on. And like I said, if you guys haven't followed Protean Projects, you're interested in watching a really amazing craftsman and artist. Hi, Weber Creative. Thank you so much for the follow. Let me write that down here. We've got a little space for our new followers. That was Weber Creative. There we go. All right. That's so my daughter, she's going to work with my car. Oh, she has to tell me when she takes my car, so I don't just, if I need it for some reason, that she doesn't just make off with it. All right, real quick, I'm gonna get in here. Glasses are off again. Outlining all the feathers so that we're creating a little space in between. Some of these lines got a little bit repetitive. There we go. All right, I'm gonna look at my reference. This is our hawk reference. I think it needs more of the browny greeny color that we were using. Try this. Yeah, that works nice. That's just layering. Looks like feathers. Now, this is, I'm going to get back into here with my ink that I had before to get some depth. The ink will always make stuff look more vivid. Give it some vividness right here. We might need to kill some of that shine later on, but right now I want that there. A little bit up here too. Awesome. You hear him? I am ready for Gen Con. I've been making piles of things that I need to remember to bring. Today I needed to remember to bring a rolling cart. If you have problems with your back whatsoever, don't try to drag a backpack all the way around Gen Con. You will give yourself a back spasm. Wear really good shoes. All right, that needs to dry. Like I said, not a lot of marks on his tail. That's almost done right there. I think we're not gonna do a whole lot extra. Maybe some more stripes over here. It needs to be a little more different color though. We'll go with this color. This is Gobi Brown. It's got the nice brown colors here. Amazing work. Thank you. Doing good on your end. Any day you get to make is a good day. Absolutely. I agree 100%. We're going to use some Gobi Brown, make some stripes. So here's the funny thing is, like, people get artistically blocked. But the thing, what I tell people is, like, even when you get artistically blocked, your brain is still creating. So you just become like what artistically constipated is the way I say it, you know? So it's really important to just make, even when you don't feel like it. Make yourself make. That is not light enough, so I'm going to add a little bit of that lighter color in there. The Mojave white. Each feather has its own weird shaped line, so it's not like straight. They're all kind of bending over the feather, which you have to pay attention to or you're going to get a weird stripy look. It should look stripy, but not. Yeah, there we go. And these feathers are almost all brown up here. Then I can go ahead with this goby and this white. Catch some of these feathers as well. This will make it look lighter. What do you, like feathery or fluffy and fluffy? Fluffy. Oh yeah, look at that. Happy with that. Very detailed. I feel like that needs to have the goby over it instead of the white. That's the color that was missing from the bottoms of these feathers too. Goby. You know that goby means desert? Gobi, Sahara, and there's one other word I can't remember that they all mean desert. So I saw some meme that said that if we had an alien translator and we start talking about the Gobi Desert and the Sahara Desert and the Mojave Desert, actually that means desert too, Mojave, that we'd just be saying desert, desert, desert to the alien. All right, let's look at her together with him. Sometimes we need to see them together before we put stuff in. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. I feel like he needs his beak painted now. Beak, I'm gonna go with a little bit of canary yellow. Painting to scale, hello. You're so excited to finally have caught one of my streams. Thank you so much. Protean says, doing good. Oh, you need to go. Okay, have a good one, Protean. Thank you so much for the host. Need to meet other creators. I've been really trying to reach out on Twitch recently and get out of the mini painting box to just see what other people are making and creating, because you can get inspired by other people and you can learn a lot as well. Like if I'm watching a leather worker, I can watch and look and see how leather is created. I can see how leather is colored, how it's dyed. And so, you know, I can get a lot out of that, even though I myself am not a leather worker. Watching the process can, you know, spark something in my own work. Okay. I need to paint this. Got like some sort of little metal helmet glasses. So I'm going to go with a dark brown. Where is it? I have to look for all my colors now. Hold on. My tinny tin that I'm looking for. I don't see it. Probably under stuff. Here it is. I found my tinny tin. This is my gold triad. You guys have seen this before. Tinny tin, brassy brass, and polished gold. 72.060, 72.058, and 72.55. 055. Painting tiny bodies makes you feel awkward. That's funny. Rainer. All right, this is all going to go on all of the tinny tin is going to go on all of the metal little aspects of this model right here. I need to take glasses off to see what I'm doing. And on the top of his head too. I am going to leave the lenses white. I don't want to paint the lenses. Put this around. You see all of his ears on his wings. I'm really hoping we get most of him done today, because I would really like to not have to have a part 6. This has been one of the longest paints that we've had, hasn't it? But at least you get to see everything from start to finish. I'll be taking her, I don't know if I'm going to take her to Gen Con or not. I got to talk to the guy from Scale75 about it. I don't think she's going to be done in time to take to Gen Con. All right, boom. Whew, that was tough. Make sure I got all of that covered. Good, good, good. Okay, now the brassy brass. This is this part right here. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And we're gonna highlight using my brassy brass. All of, as if I were painting, see, everything that's got the tinny tin is going to have some, oh, we got to follow White Metal Games TV. Thank you for the follow. Let me write you down right real quick. Hang on. How are you? Welcome to the class. White Metal Games TV. Thank you. We're just about ready to start highlighting all of the brass bronze areas. Pretend that you're looking at where the natural light is hitting, and that's where you're going to have a highlight of the brass. Now, on the top of this, there's like a little gear here, so only the top of the gear is going to get some of that brass. Flip it around. Same thing goes over here. Looks good. I like that. Same thing on this side. This brush is a little bit long to be doing this technique with. I might want to get a shorter bristle brush. I can control it because it's so long, the bristles. Let me see if I can get a smaller, shorter bristle. That's too short. That's better. See this one? This is a Winsor Newton that has lost its tip, so it's going to be perfect for this kind of thing. See? Not quite a dry brush feel. Oh, and you gotta get the edges of the glasses. This is really important. All right, I will check chat in 1 second. Okay, glasses back on. And I'm dropping everything. Do I want a reference for a falconry hood? No, because this thing is so small. It's just, I'm just making it metal and, you know, leaving it like that. It's pretty simple. Next is the gold. We're using this as a highlight for the brass, so it's not going to take the place of the brass. Did we get a raid? White Metal Games TV. Thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh, you guys, mad love. Let's give some hype to White Metal Games TV. Thank you so much. What a cool emote too. Look at those dice. Welcome. Yay. Was I off cam again? Don't worry, I'll be back on cam. Welcome everyone from White Metal Games TV. I am Shoshie and I paint minis for a living. I'm actually a professional painter, so we're painting Jessica Thunderhawk from Scale75. She's a display model. So we're working on the last bits of her hawk. This is what we've gotten done on her so far. This is part 5 of the series that we've been doing for her. So you can go back and watch all my VODs 1 through 5. This will be the 5. And yeah, so this is her. She's super cool. I don't know if it's only on when he's here or what, so we can talk to Mike about that. We need to make it mod only if we do have it. Just a little bit of highlights with that gold. Looks good. Now flip it. Alright, we gotta finish. I think the front, except for the goggles, is mostly done. I'm gonna wanna put a little bit of brown on his beak here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same turquoise for his goggles as I did for her. And that, in case you didn't see, is Caribbean blue from Scale75. I'm gonna get my itty bitty brush somewhere here. And get my glasses back on so I can see my itty bitty brush. There they are, they're on the floor. Both of my brushes are on the floor. Ah, thanks, Sarah. Don't forget to come back on Saturday because we're having a special stream on Saturday that you'll want to be there for. So, real quick with the ink, I'm just going to go in here, get some shadows with the ink on my metals. That helps a lot. Okay, quick, go do the goggles. Let me look at the goggles for the red on the box art. So I might change it. Yeah, I think red was a good choice. I'll leave it for now. That's okay. Tomorrow, that's a good question. We'll have to paint something special for tomorrow. It might be, I don't know yet. I've got a bunch of stuff. We'll see. I'll announce it tomorrow, whatever I'm gonna paint. But we've got a whole bunch of stuff that I could paint. Hopefully we'll be done with this girl and we won't need to paint her some more. So we'll see. All right. The inside of him is done. I'm gonna give this a little bit of brown, just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like a brown glove to me. Let's add some ink. Get a little shinier. Changed the look of the glove completely, didn't I? All right, now flip it. Got lots to do back here. We don't have much time though. It is 4, so we've got about half an hour. What time am I streaming tomorrow? Let me write it down. As I have said it, let's see here. I'm gonna get my pen. So special stream. Saturday. It's gonna be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central, right? Central Standard Time or Standard Daylight Time, I can't remember. Anyway, GMT minus 5. GMT minus 5, that's how you can know for sure. Oh, can't see. There we go. And that's when my special stream is, okay? No problem, Draco. All right, so come tomorrow. We're gonna stream from 11 to 1. We've got some very special announcements coming up. I will be announcing it on another person's stream. So I'm gonna host, and then we'll go there and hopefully be able to watch their stream and then do the announcement all together. So you'll see what that is. It's gonna be very cool for the community and for everybody involved in Twitch. All right, so let's see. That's actually a good color for that. I need more red, so I'm gonna get more of that armor brown in here. There we go. Okay, almost done. That base coat. Okay. Needs to dry. I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. I'm gonna look at the feathers over here. Okay, I see again, same thing's going on with the colors. I need to mix a little bit of goby. Okay, so this is not easy here. I have to take glasses off. Yeah, that's gonna work. Those lines aren't showing up too much. So let me try adding a little bit more of the white to it. I'm going to add just pure white to the bottoms of these feathers. It's Mojave white anyway. I feel like that's too bright. Take it off. Too bright. Okay. Some things may not get the same treatment on the front, on the back, because I don't want to over complicate the feathers. That looks better to me than the other thing did. Just add a little bit of ink to my paint. Hold on, I cannot keep this brush from drying out. Do I have to watch the replay on that story? Yeah. Just a little more ink. Good, good. Look at that. Oh, it looks pretty. Richness. Rich, rich, rich. Something is going on upstairs. My cats are chasing each other. I can hear it. My daughter's not home. I don't know what's going on up there. That looks good to me. What color am I doing the claws? They look yellow in the reference picture. Yeah, I think I just did them a mixture of the Tenier yellow and a mixture of the light skin. So they're just slightly more yellow than they were. Yeah, I can't even get the back claws back there. See? Don't need to be too bright. Right, I'm gonna put an ink on that. Okay, so let me do the lenses now. I think I want to make the lenses red. That's what they are in the box art. And I think they're going to look better. He also made the lenses on the bird silver also. Well, I kind of don't want to make them red because I feel like they'll be too, yeah, we need to make them something. We'll make them this blood red a little bit. Hey, Crazy Logical, thank you for the host. Wow, or for the raid. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Welcome from Crazy Logico. I'm Shoshie. We're just finishing up painting this hawk from Scale75. Okay, I'm gonna take glasses off again. Try to do this one more time. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's better. That is way better. I think it's because the hawk is so many warm colors. There's nothing cool on it, whereas she's got the cool blue and everything. All right, and try making little reflection dots here. Sort of. And a little reflection on the bottom here. Maybe yellow will be better to make the reflection with. Yeah, that looks good. So lenses are very much similar to gems. If you've ever done a gem for like World of Warhammer, that's not even a thing. Warhammer. Hi, Genuine. Good morning. It popped out more when the lenses were still white. I don't want them to pop out that much. When you look at the box art, I want you to look at her. I don't want you to look at the bird that much. So my focus is going to stay on her. So the red actually, I think, looks really good. And it helps you keep looking at her and not the bird. Yeah, that's how I want it. So when you are painting, you always want to pick a focal point. And so if you got like a zillion focal points, your eye is going to be bouncing all over the place. Or if you have a bright color where you don't want it, you're going to have trouble then too. Notice that Julio made the whole bird brown to keep her more in focus. So when we put her up next to this, her bird is in focus as well as her. And I really probably want to make that bird darker. So in fact, I'm going to do that because now that I just realized that, I'm going to take a little bit of brown and see what happens if I can paint that over my existing marks. Maybe it won't be quite so bright. See if I can make that work. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Needs to dry. I like that. Let's see how that looks with her. Very reddish brown. So what I'm going to do, she needs some reddish brown within her pants as well. Add just a smidge of red with my color. Okay. I'm gonna blend this. I'm gonna try a two brush blend this a little bit. Let's see if I can do it. Sorry, I gotta concentrate for 1 minute while I try to get this in here. I like that reddish on her legs a lot. See how I'm painting that to help it gonna be cohesive with the bird. That's not the right word I'm using. I need to use, but harmonious is what I meant. Yeah, I like that. I'm also hoping these are going to dry okay too. And I'm using just a little bit of a watercolor effect over under the shadows here to shade the cream part as well. Just a real thin amount. I feel like that looks good. I'm gonna have to go back in and blend some a little bit. See, that's where I'm gonna blend. All right, let me see how that looks like with glasses on. You can also check chat, like that. Good point on the focus, yeah. Hi, Groovy. Right now you're trying to set up your painting. Cool. Okay. All right, whew, did we get the back done? No, we didn't get the back of this done. Let's look at the box art. I'm just gonna take some of the orange here. I'm gonna overbrush it. Actually, I need a different brush because this brush is too fine to do overbrushing with. See that? That overbrushing makes it nice. Nice highlight on top of that red. Slightly cooler here and cloudy. We had, I don't know, I guess I saw the blood moon yesterday. I didn't know if it was full or not completely yesterday though. Okay, let me look at the box art one more time. Okay. feel like that needs to be more red as well. So with the overbrushing, you don't have to get too detailed, but you can get some nice color going. Supposed to be dark right there. All right. I'm going to attach it now because I feel like it's done enough. And then I can fold her and paint some of these spots that kind of have paint chipped off them. All right, let's see about this. Where's my glue? Here it is. Ugh, I hate being heat sick. You have a garden jungle? All right, you guys can see how she's got a little thing there. I'm gonna take some of that out because I think I put a little too much glue. I just want it to be enough to hold the arm in, not to, there we go. 1,000 to 1,000, I always count. She is pretty pretty. How do you guys think? So now we can go ahead and see how there's like little chips of paint coming off some parts. So much easier to paint it when I don't have to touch it right there. Here. Ooh, I knew that was going to happen. I'm so klutzy. All right, let's try this again. If she really needs to be pinned, but I don't have any way of getting a pin up there. All right, let me try this again. Maybe I need a little bit of, let's see if this goes in more. Put a little bit of accelerant in it and see what happens. Hi, Crazy Logico. Thank you again for the host and for the raid. There we go. Yesterday, I made garlic lemon garlic chicken kebabs, lemon garlic chicken kebabs, and roasted red peppers. Oh, see? Hate that. They went flying off my fingers. Do some more red up in here. Ugh, that's too red. Lemon garlic chicken kebabs, and also some really yummy roasted red peppers and colored peppers. Oh my goodness, I can see a whole bunch of spots on here that are really unpainted. better. Just a little bit more in the dark spots. All right, we're getting close, guys. It's gonna be nice. I'm not seeing any spots that need to be covered. We can cover this. I need to go back and fix her sleeve now because I goofed that up. I think then I can call it done. Where is the blue that I had? Right here, deep blue. Particularly, it's one of the older metal sculpts. Yeah, Scale75 is not that old of a company, but you're right. Some of their older metal sculpts are a little bit less detailed and stuff. Okay. So cute. All right. I am not 100%, but I am thinking about giving her away as a giveaway. So it might be something that you should come to the stream on Saturday to find out about, because that would be pretty cool if you could win this, isn't it? Like I said, I gotta talk to the guys at Scale75 and find out if they need it first. But if they don't, you can go ahead and do her as a giveaway. It's been a little... Yeah, I'm changing the glove to blue. Help it harmonize a little bit better with their here. Nice limited palette. Ta-da! You guys think that would be awesome? I'm making you hungry. All right, I'm gonna do, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a little bit of dry brushing on the rocks. And then I think we're gonna call it. All right, so I'm gonna use a big synthetic brush for my dry brushing here. Put a little bit of paint on the end and then wipe most of it off on my paper towel. And come down here and over brush it. And then I need to wipe more off because that's actually still too much paint. A little bit more paint on my brush and then wipe it off again. And then I will do some, let's see, let's do black. No, let's do the nightshade purple around the edges of the base, because that will look better, I think, than black, possibly. See how dark that purple is? It really does look like black though, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Cat Leanne, I didn't know that KDM Obsessed was in the hospital. Oh my goodness. So sorry to hear that. I had a friend who had appendicitis, but luckily he got to the hospital and they got it out and he recovered really well. It is definitely not fun. Okay. Luckily he lives in Australia, so the healthcare is covered. All right, and then you can see the Scale75 logo on the bottom, and I always go ahead and paint that as well. Paint the whole thing. It feels nice and done that way. Right. I'm gonna do a wash on the rocks because I feel like they look just crappy right now. We'll use a little armor wash from P3. That'll give it a nice... Well, actually, you know what? I think I want to use some Nolan oil. It's almost the same. It just, I think Nolan oil dries a little bit more, a little bit less glossy. I would say less glossy, yeah. You know, if you guys really want to send KDM Obsessed something, I have contact information with her dad, and so I can, if you're really interested, let me know, and I'll get a hold of him and see if we can't send something to her through him. Because then, you know, he'd probably be more than okay with that. So just whisper me if you think that that's something you want to do as a group. All right, look at that. That's really dark. Take out most of that. Oh, we're at the end of our thing. And I'm going to look for somebody to host. And I'm going to remind you guys to come back tomorrow from 11 to 1 p.m. Central Time GMT -5. We might do the giveaway with her then. Wouldn't you like it? Come back tomorrow and see. All right, let's see who is on. I'm gonna host.
I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and
I'm not seeing anybody that I normally host. Let's see, nobody I normally host is on.
enter my world.
Let's see what else we could host.
And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and
Look at creative. I don't see too many people. Actually, somebody else is painting a Scale75 mini. Let me check in. Wow. He's Russian though. So I guess we'll try to host. His name is Kivaruki TV. I think that's how I say it. He's Russian, so I have no idea if he speaks English. Actually, I'm not gonna host that person because I have some reasons why I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see. We'll find someone else.
And when I'm through, why not have it go?
Oh wait, Gregory Peppo is on. I really like him. He's nice. He's got a girl called Art Vibes. We're gonna raid Art Vibes. She looks like she's making some crafts. That looks good. All right. Bum bum. Here we go. All right, ready? We're gonna do Mad Love. So we're gonna give some hype, first of all, to her by doing Mad Love, and you can cut and copy this. Right? Cut and copy and paste. We'll all like put it in her chat. Hopefully she'll know she's being rated. Aw, thank you, Tevison. I appreciate that. Okay, ready? Did it work? I don't think it worked. Let me do /raid. There we go. Nope, that didn't work either. That's because I spelled it wrong. There. All kinds of issues. So there, now we're rating her. All right, guys. So, there we go. Thank you so much, and we will see you Saturday.